What's up, my Moon Tribe? I'm Haley, and welcome back to Moon Tribe Tarot. This is going to be for the star sign of Cancer for September of 2020, so take what resonates, leave behind what does not. If you'd like to book me for a personal reading where your messages will 100% correlate to your story because they are specifically for you in mind, you can find all the information for how to reach me in the description box down below. If you like the content that I make and would like to support me, please smash the like and subscribe button. Without any further ado, Cancer, I've already gone and pulled your cards off camera for you like always, so let's get right into it. Okay, so we got the Ten of Swords clarified by the Three of Wands, the Knight of Swords, the Outcome, Seven of Cups. So right off the bat, I normally would have liked to say that, oh, this is in the past, and it's not going to be this time. So for September, the main thing that is going to be happening, there is going to be some sort of ending to a situation that you would have liked to expand on. Now, when I say the Three of Wands is an expansion card, it usually either represents an emotional upheaval of something, where you are specifically going out for adventure's sake, looking for either a job or a relationship. So it's either that you heard news back about a job that you had wanted or from a relationship that you had wanted, that it was not going to pan out the way that you wanted to. And having this news come out that your ships came back empty is going to feel like a stab in the back to you. And I feel like this is all due, it's probably going to be, whatever way you want to spin this, there is somebody involved with this decision where it's an actual person making this decision. And I feel like this is the energy of somebody, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, where they come in and out of a situation very chaotically. They have their truth. They jump in between being very immature to very, very mature. And of all the Knights, I feel like they can go in between hybrid mode all the time. Where one day they are insanely immature, and then one day they're like a king. And they're very high in level of mindset. And then one day they're just gossipy and braggy. This is somebody that can go in between both, and he comes in and out of that stance a lot. But he is on his way to something. But to me, this represents that whatever it was isn't going to be, it's not going to be like a large spread of like, oh my god, like, I don't 100% want to say this is going to be a relationship 100%, because I don't really see, this is the worst it's going to feel. I don't really see afterwards you being like, oh my god, like, Three of Swords, like, I'm stabbed in the heart, this person betrayed me. This is definitely an ending in a betrayal, but I don't see the cards to follow up that would say, okay, I'm so super disappointed, I'm, like, heartbroken, like, death reversed, I can't move out of this, hangman reversed, I can't see anything out of this. We got the Seven of Cups, which represents, once this happens, you're going to kind of go into this mode of, okay, well, what can I do now? It's not really necessarily like, oh my god, like, now, like, what do I do? Like, I have nothing left. Like, it's over. This is game over. I don't see that here. I see being like, okay, well, this really shitty thing happened, and it sucks, and it happened very fast, but there's like a ton of different things that I can do and that I can think of, and that's not the end for me. I just have a lot of options. I don't really know which one to choose right now because this is a fresh wound, but in time I will be able to make that choice. Alright, what is, overall, I kind of want to know, for Cancer, what is the Ten of Swords specifically going to be? It was something that you had waited on and were doing very patiently, so having this come out where you put all the work into a situation, you were very patient, and then it fell apart is going to make you feel like you put all the work in for no reason. But what were you specifically looking to put the patience in with? Like, what was the situation? Why is the Ten of Swords here? Why is the Seven of Pentacles here? What is this situation that Cancer was working on? Okay, so still a little bit vague. It was a brand new beginning, so this could have been passion, work, job. I'm getting a lot of Wands and Pentacle energy right now, so I'm going to say for a lot of you, this is probably going to be a job or some sort of goal success that had very good indication of having a new beginning and it did not pan out the way that you wanted to, which I kind of think is probably going to be more so the case, because I feel like with jobs, even though it is a stab in the back, it's not like the same level of pain that we feel in relationships. It's gonna suck, but you have your options there for you after this happens, and so I don't want to suggest that this is going to be a relationship. Where does this go after the Seven of Cups? Okay, so it's going to take you a little bit of time to get through this, because I definitely see anxieties and fear, and I see trapping yourself into kind of be very careful about becoming complacent to this and not pushing yourself past this because this happened. Just because this happened once does not mean that it is always going to repeat itself. When we go into a mindset, say I got really fucking hurt in my last relationship in a very certain way, it's not reasonable or logical for me to assume that every single person is going to do that exact same thing. And we put ourselves into that fear, and we can prevent ourselves from actually making choices because we're afraid of the past repeating itself. And it's saying to me, I don't feel like if that's not your story, that's not going to be your story. Don't manifest it to be your story, Cancer. This was a heavy knock, but it doesn't mean that because it happened once, it's going to keep happening. Or even if it has continued happening, it doesn't mean that cycle has to keep repeating. Don't be afraid of pushing forward despite this loss. Because it's one loss. It's not going to be all of them. It's not going to be the rest of your life is going to be like this. It's one bad thing that happened that's definitely going to push you down, but get the fuck back up. And I'm not saying that negatively, like, oh my god, you gotta put the work in, but keep pushing, Cancer. This is not going to be something that completely ends you unless you allow it to. You're going to be blinding yourself into this on purpose if you continue on this way. One thing, this happening does not mean that it's going to continue to be like that forever in the future. You are your own manifestor, Cancer. I wish you all the luck during this period of time, and I love you. I will see you on the flip side. Peace out, my moon tribe. Bye.